Good morning. As of recording this, it is December 27, and it has been 2 weeks since I've been on the farm. The last video that I uploaded that came out today, ironically, December 27, was filmed 2 weeks ago to the day, and I was actually plowing the driveway with a Kubota because we had gotten so much snow. Today, you can see behind me, not so much snow. I'm curious to see what the farm looks like. I bet the lane is still a sheet of ice, but we can get to the firewood pile that I stacked up for my nephew, and then it got buried in snow. We're going to get some firewood piles started. We're going to split more of that cherry wood out that fell over the blueberry field and much, much more because I'm officially done with third shift. That's right. I had spoken about how I was going to do third shift for 10 days straight, and it has taken a toll on me trying to flip my schedule back to it. So today, I'm going to troop around through the struggle of wanting to go to sleep and get some work done before our next storm comes in, because in a couple of days, we're projected to get 6+ inches of snow again. So let's get to it. Yeah, little gray. It's not been out of this spot in a long time because it got stuck even before that 2 weeks that I've been out here. I was very mean to her that day, and hopefully she runs okay. I still think that once I hit the, you can tell I've not used the brakes in a while. I worry that once I get out to the farm itself, that the lane is going to be a sheet of ice yet, and this thing just spins. So yeah, touching on the third shift thing, man, I've flipped before many times, usually don't have an issue, but I think what did it this time is I did 10 straight days. That included the weekends, so I never flipped back to a quote-unquote day shift schedule in that time, right? And my last day on third shift, it was December 24, which would be Christmas Eve. I got out of work at 6 a.m. and our family was over that day at noon. So I slept for like 2-3 hours and then woke up, troopered throughout the day, went to bed, woke up about fine the next day, but I was wide awake from like 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then we did Christmas Day, did Christmas at the in-laws. Brother-in-law smoked a beef tenderloin. It was phenomenal. Anyway, we get home Christmas Day at 10 p.m. and I literally slept from 10 p.m. Christmas Day, and oh man, you can't see it yet because the camera's pointed backwards. I'm going to flip it around here so you can see what I'm entering into. But I slept from Christmas Day 10 p.m. until literally 3 a.m. today. Yep, 3 a.m. December 27. I lost a whole day. That does not look straight. My wife, God bless her, let me sleep. She knew I needed it. I did not realize I was that out skis. But man, it just whacked me this time. Man, why does it not look straight? Sorry, guys. I've recovered much better before in the past, and for some reason with this one, not the case. All right, so yeah, it's definitely above freezing, and the lane, because we pack it down, just became a sheet of ice. And this is why I'm not a fan of my dad or anyone driving through the farm when it's thawing and freezing. Because this is what it creates. Ooh. Gotta get those sawhorses put away. Please stop driving through there, guys. I'm gonna have a talk about where they drive and where they don't drive. Let's get the camera stand. Just everything's getting beat up. I sound congested. I feel congested. But I'm gonna stay positive that I'm not getting any kind of bug. I do not want to lose any more of my time or weekends. I bet my immune system is just whammied. I'm shocking my body like that. Beautiful out. And let's see if I can even get going again. Hello. Not too shabby. So yeah, I've been up since like 3 a.m. And ironically, because I didn't want to keep my family up, I walked, or not ironically, but drove to the office, did some computer work that I'm going to have to do on Monday that would suck up a bunch of time, got that out of the way, and went back home, stared at YouTube quietly until my son woke up and took him out to breakfast. Got him set up with one of his Christmas presents, and now I'm out to do some stacking. Oh, I can see some pumpkins that got smashed. Some deer found some pumpkins out there. I see some trash that my dad set out there. Hey, thanks, big guy. Man, it's been interesting. This not being on the farm, it being asleep during the day, right, for that whole long. I feel like I lost. I mean, it was almost literally half a month since I've been out here. I feel like I lost half a month of my life. But for the greater good, not going to go into why I was there, but I promise it was for a good reason. Others benefited from it. Man, why do you got it? Getting frustrated with the tracks in the mud and the just junk. I prefer that they just don't drive out here when it's like this. Okay, let's take a look at this pile. And the pile's looking completely clear. Here we go. Let's take a gander. So this is 3 buckets from the Kubota. I cut this on the day that Ohio State blew the crap out of Michigan. Yes. So that pile's looking good. Here's what I'm thinking. I have 2 spots designated here for 2 more cord to stack. And then I have this pile over here that I was filling up with cherry the last time I was out working. So you can see this is a full cord from here to the other white post, 24 feet long, wide, by 16 inches would be 1 cord. If I'm wrong on that, correct me. But then what I got going on here is look at the water, the color of the wood, the saturation as it goes down. Doesn't quite look as dry, right? Well, on this one, if I keep going down to the first cord I did, I put some weed barrier up top. And the intent behind that was so for when the snow melt started to melt, it didn't really hit the, it didn't trickle down into the pile. Now, there obviously could be different kinds of wood in there, but I can just tell, looking at this second pile, that the wood feels substantially water at the top compared to when you go down a little bit. And then now that the snow was gone, this is what's left of the log pile that I set out. This was a lot of the cherry and then oak. And I still have not figured out what kind of wood this is. I don't think it's cherry. Maybe it is cherry. I think it's cherry. But yeah, these are all the rounds that I got stacked up. So definitely a decent amount of wood there yet that I can get to. But for right now, I just have set aside. So before the 6 inches of snow comes in the next couple of days, I'm going to get this snow or wood off the path, get the 2 cord stacked started, and put the tarps over it so when it does snow, I can just go quick lift the tarp up when I do want to stack some more wood on it. Oh, this is not the fun, glamorous, sexy farm work. This is the I want to crawl back in bed where it's nice and warm and go to sleep kind of farm work, on top of fighting the fact that I'm fighting the third shift changeover, and I promise I'll try to make that the last time I complain about it. Sounds like somebody's building over there, or doing some hammering. Okay, let's get going on it. Enough commiserating. And look at, before we do that though, look at these snapdragons that I probably should have cut down a long time ago. We're going to let them rock now. Can't believe how green they are yet. Sorry, snapdragons. And then here is our garlic. Garlic. Looking okay. Somewhat interesting that, well, not I guess interesting. The sun's not hitting the dirt, therefore not warming the dirt up because the straw is, it must be absorbing and dissipating the heat. So there's still a pile of snow on there. Look at all this track action. All the dog and deer prints. Ground is surprisingly soft. I feel like it is not frozen. The ground is not frozen. It's fascinating. It's been a really odd winter. I thought we had lost it for a while. I could barely get out here with the tractor, but we're back. Alright, enough of that. And I just heard the GMC fire up. My mom is she was getting her chainsaw. There are 2 maple trees on the original driveway to the farm blew over. And I said she could have that wood as long as she cuts it up and burns all the nasty that goes with it. Good deal for her. I think it's a soft maple. I'm not going to change my mind if it's not a soft maple. I did tell them they need to get going on it, because if they don't, it's one of the next things on my list to get that cut up, burnt up, and taken care of. So hopefully by motivating them to want to take care of it, they get on it. It's work I don't have to do, and helps me keep working on this stuff, and I'm already just not going straight. I think for 5 loads is going to be more than enough. Beautiful wife. Nope. Phantom vibration. Soak through my clothes. Keep my knees on this for much longer. Need to figure out a way to get better, like, at aligning it, I guess, if that makes sense. The post, I just kind of eyeballed. Didn't use a string or anything. Like I said, that definitely looks like 5 wheelbarrowfuls is about the right number. About dang tootin' good. Yeah, that's just me not wanting to bend back down right now. Not only should I go get a water, I feel like I should go get a coffee. I feel like I should hear the chainsaw going by now. I'm surprised no one's lit me up for stacking this directly on the ground. Also, by the way, my mom is giving me so much crap about not putting something down to stack this. There we go. It's like the meeting of the railroad. Just a little bit. Okay. 5 wheelbarrow loads did the job. Not bad. Okay, I'll take it. I think I'm going to go get that water. I'll be back. What's fascinating is how quiet it is out here today. And transfer this over. Just like yay. Bada boom. Try to use these longer branches than the actual rounds. Man. Gotta be dehydrated or something. This is just like that one vlog where I said I wasn't feeling well, but I powered through. Man, just not feeling well. Don't really dare put another round into that wheelbarrow, just so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just literally bringing it right down to this pile. Just transferring, that's it. Nothing special, nothing crazy. This will allow me to peel this off if I come stack next week. Not too worried about covering up the third one. I'm not sure just how much splitting I'm going to be able to do over the coming week or so. And let's go bring those rounds over to the pile. I don't know if I actually feel like doing that right now. Dang it. Okay, I won't be lazy. I'm just not going to take it all the way to the pile. I'll drop it off right at the front of the pile. There you go. Right at the front of the path. And then we'll start carrying that wood over here. Stacking this side. Let's see what the rest of that load can cover up. I think it's majorly dehydrated. Just like that one day where I had to pound water, pound electrolytes, take a nap, and then came out and conquered the day. I think I'm going to have to do the same thing today. Just water. And get back in shape. Start running, stop eating like crap. Been eating like a frickin' person that wants to have a heart attack. I'm better than that. Can only blame it on third shift so many times. Anybody do third shift in their career, if you're watching, I commend you if you did. That's tough on the body. Poke a hole in my tent. Not my tent, my tarp. Ooh. Some free wood back here. Alright, let's get one good scan of this pile, see where we're at size-wise, and what the rest of that pile can do to it damage-wise, if that makes sense. So about a quarter of it, well above the white handle. I just went for pack density there. And You can see the rest there. So I'd say all said and done, probably a half of a cord, maybe 40% of a cord, give or take, right around there, as it sits right now. So I'm sitting here, and I'm like, man, I don't really want to wheelbarrow this back and forth, and maybe I should use the trailer. I'm going to go get the tractor. I'm going to go get the Kubota. I'm going to fire that bad boy up, get some heat in it, bring it out here. I'm going to fill that bucket up, haul the bucket over here and stack it. Right back to where it came from. I'm glad I thought of that. I like it. I should also just measure one of these pieces of cherry that I cut up the other day, or measure moisture wise, and yada yada. Let's go get the Kubota. Man, I'm kind of disappointed. I got a new camera mount for the action cam that I use for when it's wet and on the tractor, and it shook something fierce. So no dice on that for right now. Went to the house, got some water. I also ran and picked up some wreck gas for the splitter. It's getting kind of low on that. Not loving the ruts. It drives me nuts. And the mud and how tore up it gets when we drive through here, when we're going through the thaw and freeze process. Do not like it. We'll move this camera up too, actually, and see if we can get a little bit better review. I'm super disappointed at that one that I just bought. Had to be all loose there. Let's try that. But we're back. I feel alive. I feel myself again too. Holy crap. It's crazy, but a little bit of water and electrolytes. Here we go. Started coming back. I'm coming. This is where I get frustrated. I don't want more ruts in there. Stuff that we're going to be doing, and I'm not going to want him out here. I think it's really going to hit him hard, like what his identity or his daily ritual has become. I don't want to take that away from him, but what he's doing I can't have that being done when we have people on the farm. So, cross that bridge with him when we get there. Okay, I totally did not park close enough to the wood pile. Let me get a little closer here. Get this bad boy set up. Let's get this stuff stacked now that we're just feeling like a king again. Let's get that moved over. We'll kind of work our way through just to give ourselves rooms so we can pass. Probably a little too much right there. Yeah. Let's do a little maneuvering. Okay. Sorry, guys. I've not filmed in 2 weeks, so I feel like I'm struggling to get the angles and all this good stuff back on point like I normally do. Come on. No. Probably edited this out. No. Taking forever. Oh, there you go. Now you want to do it. Yeah, give that a whack. Looks okay. Oof. Totally regret though dumping this. I can't believe how much it snowed that following day though. I mean, this was gone. Shout out to the person that left a comment though about using a leaf blower in the video where I tried a torch. I wanted that torch to work so bad, and just didn't. The leaf blower totally would work when the snow is fresh and it hasn't gone through a freeze and thaw cycle. So I'll have to see if my mom will let me use that in the future, or just get a leaf blower, because we're going to use it for other stuff besides blowing snow off wood piles. I'm really starting to not feel asleep, so good there. Just got to get through tonight, and then tomorrow I will not drink caffeine. And the reason I say that, I think it will allow me to go to sleep easier at night and just get back into that normal shift sleep pattern. I took my long underwear on the top off. It's too warm for that. Also put my muck boots on. I'm sick of tying and untying the Columbias, and with the temperature out, these are doing plenty good. Pieces over here. That piece that I'm gonna run over. Let's get the camera moved down. Oh yeah. Feeling it now, guys and gals. I'm feeling it now. I'm back. Might even do some work tomorrow before it rains. That was one thing I was already unsure of, is what I was going to do tomorrow. Because it looks like it's going to rain all day. And then it's going to transition into snow. And it looks like that 6 inches of snow could be more, depending on how the lake effect, could be less, obviously. That is probably going to be here for a while. It does not look like it's going to get above freezing for a while after that. I need to take care of this tarp here also. Still loving the Kubota. Everything about it. At first I thought maybe I was going to regret or say, like, oh, I mean, I'm definitely happy with the size that I got. But, like, for this kind of stuff, this is the perfect size. Yet to be seen if I am undersized for other things. I think for the flower beds that we're going to be doing, we're perfect. I don't really feel like doing a video on it. It's so cliche, I feel, for all the farm blogs, like what I love about my Kubota, what I don't like about my Kubota. It's not the kind of stuff I'm making, guys. And for those of you that aren't very familiar with YouTube and how it works, like, they're doing that intentionally as like an evergreen video. So they get search volume on it, and it's a good way. But if their whole thing is like, you know, showing them rebuilding the farm, when you get somebody that subscribes because you did a tractor tutorial, well, they may not be super big fans of your farming stuff. So I say that now, that I won't do videos like that in the future, but yeah, and here comes Circles. Not pumped that he's driving through here right now. I really hope he gets stuck. I know that sounds terrible. Man, I have asked him to not drive through when it's like this out so many times. Let it go, let it go. Come on. Thinking about Myrtle Beach for some reason. That was a long silence. I apologize there, but Myrtle Beach for some reason. Why am I thinking about Myrtle Beach? I've never been. Never been. Alright. Let's call that good for this. I won't bore you. I'm feeling not spicy on the hardcore long filming of just this stuff. So, for today, get back into the groove of things, right? So, finish piling that. Let's take a good look. I won't move the camera. And when I get back, we'll have it stacked. That was one bucket. The camera went to sleep. So if it's not the exact same angle, I apologize, but I think it's mighty darn close. And this is the last bucket. I did a pretty good job. I think if I actually stopped at 4 feet from here back and redistributed down here, it'd be pretty much just about done. So not bad. Not bad. This is still, a lot of this wood is from that load of lumber or load of logs I got from a place north of here. The big, giant logs. Giant logs. I feel like my nose is getting cloggier as the day goes on. I feel amazing. Hard to believe it's almost January, which means I'm a couple months away from starting seeds. 4 months away from tilling. And man, I'm so excited for this year. You guys are going to be along for a crazy ride. Get to see it from the beginning. I'm still not sure where the firewood is going to go next year, or even if we sell any. Just haven't decided that part yet. I feel like I'm underestimating how much we will sell, or I'm like grossly being optimistic of what we're gonna sell. No in between, no middle, right? So I want to have a large portion, but also, like, I'm not gonna have time for this kind of work when we're hitting planting season and with everything that we are going to launch this year. This is more of a fall and winter gig. That's where maybe it isn't worth it to have a $40,000 firewood processor that's only going to be used a couple months, but I don't know. That's how big I can go, right? I know how big I want to go. And I feel terrible too, by the way. It's going to sound lame, but a mole, or I believe it was a mole, it wasn't a mouse. Beautiful fur, but it had built a beautiful house at the bottom of the wood pile. I tried to move it intact, put it near something where there's a bunch of grass, hoping that it could smell that that's where I moved it. I don't think it's going to be a suitable home for it, but I at least tried. I did not mean to disrupt it. Crazy how quickly nature found a kick-butt home, right? They're just in that little log pile. The way it mounded up that grass and balled it up, I mean, it had to have like chewed some long grass and halted it over there, because I didn't really cut around here. And the last two pieces, bada boom. I think with a little bit of motivation and a little bit of oomph, it's 147. With what we're gonna split, or what we have to split back from that cherry tree, I can totally finish this cord. That will put us at 3 total cord, or only 9 face cord. Which at 9 face cord, we're just over $1,000 in firewood if we sold it in a face cord. That is crazy to think about, all the time that I have in this. But remember, it's like I had to remind myself at every vlog and every time I'm out here, this is sweat equity for something better. Alright, let's get the Kubota back to the barn. Get the truck out here. I'm going to undo the tarp, put that in the greenhouse probably, let that dry out a little bit. And then, I don't remember just how much cherry wood I have into rounds out in the field. We should check that out also. How crappy this stuff is. Man, those birch trees are dumb. I will stop and check that out on the way back. I'll show you what I'm talking about, but man, that's unfortunate. Super soupy in the spring, there's no way this thing's going to be able to go into a field that it's going to till. You know, I'm being negative. I was talking earlier about if I went big enough, and I think that's where it's going to do me in. It's just not going to be able to handle that kind of load. Decisions. What do I want to do? Got the big old tarp. Could put it in the greenhouse. And I promise I won't forget. Show what's happening to the birch trees. The last few that are on the farm. They're definitely not alive anymore. So I got the big old tarp. Big old tarp. Don't remember the measurements off the top of my head. Let's get some of this water off though. Honestly, not even sure that's in frame anymore. Ouch. Decisions. Okay. Let's get this water off of it. Okay. So it's a pretty decent size tarp. Maybe I'll fold it into quarters and then just put it over the second pile. I'm not sure why. I'll put it over the second pile though. What am I thinking? Do I really believe I'm going to get out here with that? Can't tell with the wind though. I'm gonna have to put another log or two on this other pile. Yeah, and I got water trapped in there too, which is annoying. Why I'm being so indecisive with this one already. I mean, what's the worst? What if you go put it over the big pile? Then you got that pile to split. I like that. Let's do that. That's a good idea. We'll go put it over the large log pile. And if we get to the point where I'm snowed and I can't do a lot, I can come split this. I like it. It's a good compromise. I shouldn't really say compromise, but it's a good secondary plan. Because I bet this tarp covers a good portion of this log pile. We'll get it right there. Best call. I feel mighty smart doing this. Wonder if these have dried or... Nope, it's still super heavy. Let's kick some of these rounds back. These would be good weight anchors. Got some over here. I think this is a stupendous call. Stupendous, I say. Look at that. Does not mean that it will be easy to get off by any means, but look at that, that almost covers the whole pile. Can't tell me I didn't try. Can't tell me I didn't try. If I think about the direction of the wind, it's going to be coming from this way. You can already see the wind wanting to take it for a walk. Kind of works out nice that there's those big rounds right here. Yeah, there you go, see? Because the wind is just going to want to rip it right off. With the weather that we get, predominantly it's coming from that way. Nice. Don't want to put so many on that I can't get it off. There. That's where I can get somebody driving through. Alright, let's see how that holds up. Got a couple more logs in the wheelbarrow. I'll get those. Give that last little bit of oomph. Just in that little bit of time. Then once you get the wheelbarrow, you can see exactly that's coming right up here, right from where the wind is always going to come from, just like I was talking about. So oomph on this side. It's not that it doesn't ever come from that direction, but very, very rarely does it come from this direction. I'll do one more down here. I feel like that's a good spot. And then last one. Put back over here yet. Just gonna put it down on that corner. Try to keep that corner from lifting up. Bada boom. There we go. Got a nice bunch of nice rounds right here. Should have split those. Alright, birch tree. And then let's go see what we're dealing with out in the blueberry field. Because I cannot remember. Ooh, a really good gust of wind right there. Pretty good representation of what we're going to be facing. I think it'll be okay. Unless it gets like super windy, which it's going to later. It's Monday. I was actually just talking with my parents about how windy it's going to get. Should I? There. Because I just don't want it to go. If it rips, it rips. It was cheap. It was Harbor Freight. I just don't want it to go ripping into the neighbor's yard. Be that neighbor. Okay. Greenhouse is holding on strong. It is substantially warmer in there than what it is out here. I was just in there. It feels really nice. I did poke a hole through the top with an axe handle like a dummy when I was poking or trying to get snow off of it earlier this year. So definitely hear somebody driving. I don't want to have an interaction with my new neighbor, so I might not show. What's up, boy? I see a tractor. Yeah, I see a tractor. I don't want to have a conversation with them. They can see me, I think, that I'm filming. I thought I could hear something. It's just weird. I'm antisocial. I'm not antisocial. I just don't want to talk to the people that bought that property that I didn't, like a dum-dum when I was earlier. I feel like an idiot. I think I'll have to come back for the birch trees. Yeah, I'll come back for the birch trees. So I guess I should explain a little bit there. And reiterate, I'm not actually antisocial. The new neighbor that bought that land, it's the second owner since it was split from the family. I won't go into the specifics too much on what happened, but we could have bought it back then, okay, easily. Today, no bloody chance with how much that land cost. And I kicked myself for it, but what was supposed to happen is what happened. They got the property, good for them. And hopefully they use it for something awesome, and we're on the journey that we're supposed to be on. And that's it, right? Everything happened the way it was supposed to for everybody. So actually, because I'm far enough away, I can show you what's happening with two of the birch trees on this side, okay? So, These two, the white trees, if you're not familiar with birch trees, if you go up, they're rotted at the top. So nearly every single birch tree that's on the farm has done what this one did right here. It and snapped its top, fell over. These things were bountiful when I was a kid. And if I scroll up, that pileated woodpecker that I've talked about before, goes nuts on these birch trees. So there has to be a bug or something in it that the woodpeckers go nuts for. And it just has taken them all down. I'm going to walk up to 3 more right here. 2 more? 3 more. And you'll be able to see the same thing. It is, go up and it's gone. And you can see all the holes from the woodpeckers in it. Go up, gone. Up, gone. So just super unfortunate because they're beautiful trees. Peel the paper off. And like I said, when I was a kid, they were everywhere. So here, they're still propagating though, or spreading. This is one that grew right in the blueberries that we just haven't been taking the bug or the saplings out of. So that is what's going on with the birch trees. Ooh, I see another one. So good to see they're making somewhat of a resurgence that way. I just wish they were growing somewhere else because when we grind those blueberries down, they're going to be down. But anyway, new neighbor, I'll meet you eventually. Not antisocial. I'll swallow it, and I hope that you enjoy it, right? So where the barn dominium went up, I was so bloody pissed off when I could hear them driving around on the golf cart, and then I stopped. And I realized that all the kids were screaming and having a good time. And back where that thing was built, I had a lot of awesome childhood memories back there. And I'm grateful that those kids are going to be able to have their childhood memories be back there on that property. I just had to flip my perspective, stop being angry about it and be happy, and it is what it is. And I had a lot of fun out here as a kid, and I still have 21 and a half acres. So don't take it as I'm complaining. And they get to enjoy their couple acres with their house on it and play in the woods and the salamanders and the deer and the other stuff that really enjoyed being back there in that area. So it is what it is. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the kids and then the new owners, whomever they are, as long as they don't hurt animals, don't hurt human beings, and are chill. We'll respect our boundary, they respect theirs, and we'll all live in a harmonious peace in this little section that we call our own. Alright, so let's walk out by the blueberry field. Enough reminiscing. The field that we're going in is called this the Pine Tree Patch. This is roughly a 3-acre field, and that's where I had the tree that was overhanging that I cut down. I left the trailer out there, and I cannot remember how many logs are out there, so I got to remind myself of what I'm walking into. And while there's no snow, I probably should take the saw out and cut up what's in the ditch. And because it was so bloody snowy the last time we were out here, I will show that right now also. So I can definitely get out here with the tractor and the splitter. Ooh, there's a bunch of logs out here yet. Oh, it feels like there was way less of this here. Anyway, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 logs that we can split. Some uglies, some more uglies. Some uglies down here. Look at all the chip. Remember, the chainsaw is completely clogged. I think that's a good one. I think this is good. These two are good ones. All that dust. And then we got what we had done before. So we got, try to split that all the way over here on the ditch. Lots of pinch points. The stuff's just going to want to slide back. I really don't know. Man, there's some darn good wood in there, though. How I would get that out. Feels like that's going to be a pain in the ass. These are all knotty pain in the asses, too. I just swore twice. What do I do? Probably... Probably get the wood splitter out to here. Still burn this. Burn some of this other stuff that's around here. Crazy how much the sound carries from where they're out splitting wood. That's barely any wood right there. Man, I'm sorry. It's almost 3:45. 2:45. Got time, but not a ton of time. It's going to rain tomorrow. I'll have to bring the log splitter back in. Because I got to get this stuff out if we're going to get this field ground up. So part of me feels like just bringing the splitter in, splitting this stuff up here, and then putting it in the bucket and hauling it out. And first getting rid of all the uglies. Man, why am I being so indecisive? Got all this junk over here too. I mean, it's a decent amount of wood sitting there. Yeah, come on. Got it. Because if you leave this thing out here much longer, it might be buried in here. Okay. We'll burn. We'll split. We'll worry about the uglies after that. And to my favorite part, putting the log splitter on the tractor hitch. I need a manual crank for this thing. Champion in future models. You want to take a good splitter to the next level, please put an adjustable lift on there. Feeling brave. And I'm going to do this in one shot. Do not feel like I'm on the right side. I'm going to try to pass it to my other hand. Oh, man. Okay. Had the hitch too low. Daggone it. Ouch. Dang it. Dang it. Was on the wrong side. And I had too low. Damn it. Okay. With this kind of work, you need an extender, Nate. Okay. or need to take the quick hitch off when you're doing the log splitter on here. Man, that is how you're gonna hurt yourself. The heck on it. Yay. Well, real, raw, uncensored, alright? And let's see. Bring this bad boy up there. Got the other camera with us. We'll go a little bit up. Oh, sorry guys. This is when I start to feel like the signs are saying, be done, my man. And I'm not listening. Because I want to get more work done. Let's do it. You got your fire starter, got your lighter. Let the tractor run for a second. It has been a minute since I've ran it. Oh. Let's get it out there. Have it in two-wheel drive. Let's see how it does. Roll these nasty ruts. Awesome ruts. Yeah. And I gotta put the stuff in there. And I almost just had to come out. Oh yeah. And as I forget, scratch the crap out of the tractor. And yes, let's get this set up. Sorry. Oop. We'll get the log splitter unhooked, potentially turned around, and then pull the tractor forward. Get the fire started. And I might even yeah, I gotta worry about the uglies. Get those off too. Now, best side for unhooking this is, I believe, this side. I'm not too worried about, actually I might just keep it on this side. I'll turn it around when I come and get it. But then I can just boom, boom, boom. 'Cause I'm on this side, right? And then I can just go, whoop, now I gotta turn around. I like that. Good thinking. I had it the other way when I was out here last time and this didn't feel right. Okay. Okay. Don't remember if you can do here right now. You're just putting it down. Right there. Okay. And then as far as the tractor, let's get these uglies in there for right now. At least the big ones. Get the fire starter and my cider out of there. Probably come back for the chainsaw at some point. Man, that's heavy. Might just worry about the heavy ones for right now. Yeah, good enough for now. I'm not gonna put that one in there. Have to bring the chainsaw for that. Alright, let's get the tractor pulled forward and get a fire going. And don't be a dummy. Don't forget. I'm gonna leave it right next to the camera so I don't forget about it either. Do. We'll get this pulled forward a decent ways too. With the breaks my heart to scratch this for what we're paying for it. But it is a tractor. It's not a show car. And let's get a fire started. Fire, fire, fire. Why am I getting the fire started? You know what? That's a really good point. Really good question, actually. Not point. Question. Why am I getting the fire started? Well, get rid of this. Whatever other uglies are around here. And because I want to have a fire, dang it. How about that? And the lighter is in the tractor. This is where I start to lose time. This is where I start to lose time. I don't have the chainsaw ready to go either. I think I might have to steal my mom's. The steel, the last time I was out here, did not want to. I was talking like, look at all the chip, look at the chip. And then it seized up from all the chip. Go figure, huh? And let's see if we get this going a little bit quicker this time. I'm totally gonna cheat. Don't judge. Oop. Yeah, it's a lot. Totally just got it all over me. Wonder if it's all watered down also. Yep, look at that. Totally watered down. Yeah, I'm gonna catch. Needs to catch on the fire starter. I'm in a hurry, guys and gals. I don't really care if it's the best way today. It will go. got a bunch of stuff over here that you can't see from the top of the tree. And the cold, I feel like I might have been fighting, seems to be taking over more and more and more. I guarantee you the hello jet cider I decided to have was probably not a good idea. 315. It's mesmerizing, the flames. I'm tired. I'm crashing. All these things that I am. Dang it. I'm gonna stop sounding like a baby. Let's give that a minute though. And let's get some heat in the wood splitter. I think that might actually go. Just gotta make sure it doesn't completely die out. I don't even think the fire starter's lit yet. Nice. I bet I struggle with the same thing as last time though, just not large enough of a pile of stuff to really get it going. It will just dissipate because it's so spread out. And what do I do? Give it a little bit of wood here. All this stuff is green and alive. I feel like now I'm just taking time away from the bigger project at hand, the bigger task at hand. Screw it. Deal with that when we deal with it. bit more oomph. Not much oomph left. See if I can pick this up. this log. Condense this a little bit more. Give that a little bit of a blast. We got much more life left in there. At all. Start this out. Part of bean while I finish my cider. That's what a lot of this wood is. It's over there. That's what it is. It's not very similar to that. Man. Totally lost the fire. She was not meant to be. Not meant to be. quitting for now. Well, good news, bad news. Good progress. Got through the logs that I had cut up. I got through the logs that I had, the rounds that I had cut up, yeah, that were piled right here. That one's over there, it's still there. If I feel up to it tomorrow, I'm going to come out and get them. But I was looking down at the ground, and all of a sudden I noticed a snap ring laying on the ground. And I believe it goes right here. I'll have to review some video footage and look at the manual. And I noticed there's hydraulic oil everywhere. So I don't know how long I had been hitting this. But what I believe is it goes right here, and it stops it from going too far back where it can let hydraulic fluid escape out of this spot here. So, not the end of the world. More of an annoyance than anything, but I'm glad that I happened to look down, see that down there, and grab it before we got too far into it. Fire, definitely rocking. Looks a little smoky. I just kind of condensed it on itself, but it's still going well. Where I think one more pile up like this, and I'll be able to condense everything, and it'll be good to go. So what I think I'm going to do, oh man, yeah, this, nope. It came from the arm. Oh man, that's where the snap ring came off of. That's not good. How the heck did that happen? Oh man. Oh no. Well, I swear I did not realize that's where it came from. I got to figure out why there's hydraulic fluid everywhere, but SHIT, how the heck there are no bolts? How is that possible? There's no bolts holding it on. It was just a snap ring. What the F? Holy crap. Look at, okay, so the snap ring was right there. There were no bolts. There's gotta be, supposed to be bolts there. I guarantee it. Holy crap. Yeah, snap ring was totally supposed to go there. You gotta be shiting me. So here I am in the middle of the woods without a hitch. Oh man, that means that I'm gonna have to get a log in the barn, set it on the log for now. Daggone it. So I'm gonna set it up for right now. And even that doesn't feel right. I don't have a snap ring plier either. And I'm not gonna go get one tonight. I don't have the hardware either, obviously. When I was putting that down, all those times that could have snapped on me. Gotta figure out where the heck the hydraulic fluid is coming from too, or if it's just, I guess it might not be. It might just be water. Hydraulic fluid would not dry like that is right there. Well, got that one on camera, huh? Good thing I found the snap ring. Go back to being positive. And weight and pressure of that log splitter is on that one snap ring. That just does not seem right. Comment below if I'm crazy for thinking that is not ideal. Okay. Let's back up the camera, see if I can get this spun around, because I got the fire going, which is going to mean that I can't drive the tractor over it. That thing was barely hanging on. Oh my gosh, all the times that could have snapped and fallen on my feet right there. So I'm going to look at the other trailer I have right here. it only has the 2 holes. It only has 1 hole. No bolts though. It's got just the snap ring. Crazy. And the fire totally went out, didn't it? Did I kick it out? Oh, I think it totally snuffed it out. That thing is not meant to be out here. I'll try it one more time with a little bit of go juice, but do not think that this is meant to be out here. No way that stays lit. Dang it. And with how nasty it's going to be outside, it just makes it even better that this just happened to... And I'm out here by myself. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's going to be interesting to get. Try not to be frustrated. That's my walk away and let it be. Could be worse. Could be worse. All right. Well, better that I found that at 4:15 p.m. than 5:15 p.m., especially with the weather that's coming in. Not the end of the world. Everything can be fixed. It is what it is. A minor setback. I happened to get on camera. See it happen real and live. Let's go. Much fruit this field used to produce will blow you away. Now it's almost relegated to nothing. Sad. But happy for a reason, I guess. Whatever that reason is, I'll bring it out. Oh man. neighbors, remember I was talking about how I didn't want to go talk to them. They just dumped a bunch of deer carcasses out there right in front of their camera. Think they're in for a treat. And all the different coyotes and birds they're about to see. Drop these uglies off and get the log splitter first. Drop the uglies off after that. Give circles a heads up. Can't even imagine what kind of awesome critters we're going to run into. Can't be. He ran over that well. I've been there for years. I'm going to stop this one, guys, and go over to the next one. All right. Let's get this one hooked up. Get that inside. Take care of the uglies. I might just have to set it on the ground for right meow. Get that up nice and high. I'm on it, I'm on it. Calm down. See how close we are. RPM's down just a little bit. Come on. Give you a nice big smile because I'm being positive. So I gotta have it down low enough before I can get past the quick hitch. But enough where I can pull it forward. I feel like this is going to be very difficult. Pull it forward low enough. Here, let's get that as high as possible. Let's see how close we are there. I feel like I'm asking for it. Oh man, I'm so close. Oh. Yes. Yeah, I just did that. Boom. Okay. Get the stand that I can't put up in the bucket right now because I'm a dum-dum and I got high. Alright, let's get this out of here. Oh yeah, here we go. Bucket back down. Log splitter hooked up. Camera put away. Let's get it down. Let's get it done. Oh. Then we'll come back and get the uglies. I'll probably go in this outside lane so I don't have to go through so many scratches. This angle. Hug the right as much as possible. Pull it as much as possible. Turn that camera down. And then what am I going to put in? I got a bucket over here. I believe the bucket will hold it. Here, just so you guys can see this. Let's try to find this spot. I mean, do I literally do right on the... Give you a shot there. Okay, so the bucket's to my left, to the screen's left. Man, I hate how not cleaning that in. Oh, the microphone. Back to the microphone. Just magnetized to the tractor. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, what am I doing for the footage? Get that microphone back. Okay. Now, let's get this. Pushed as far over as we can. I think I have enough room to get out and get back in without hitting anything. Here, we'll do the opposite view. Do me backing out. Okay, let's see what we got. Turn it up a little bit. Wasn't even looking where I should have been. Definitely got enough room. Gotta go in, bucket up though. Gotta go in, bucket up. Let's go get the rest of those uglies that are out there. Oh no, very rough. Get some uglies, get that dropped off, and call it a day. There we go, get that quick shot. Oh, Almost ripped the bucket off right there. There we go. New video that went live this morning. Thank you to everyone that's watching it. The title is Plowing, first plow with a Kubota, I think. And then chopping more cherry wood, something to that effect. For the amount of time that it's been up, it is #1 video. So thank you for that. For the time that it's been up, it's #1 video. Yeah, that is accurate. Fix that angle. Get a few more of these uglies. Let's get this called a day. Man. And what a beautiful, awesome day it was. Sometimes it's not all sunshine and lollipops, right? Oh, dang it, I got this on here yet. We're gonna have to carry this home with us. Yeah. It's not always awesome, beautiful grandeur, making, all the progress in the world on everything that I wanted to do. Sometimes it's kind of a train wreck. You're getting a behind the scenes look at that. I'm gonna go get this big round that you cannot see. That's a nice little round. I'm gonna get these bigger uglies out of here first. And it's not connected to the tree anymore. Stranger Things, I am ready for you. I'm gonna finish that up. That's gonna burn for a while. I don't really care. It's not gonna hurt anything. Man, I'm not bummed with what I accomplished. I feel pretty darn good. For the first time being out here in 2 weeks and everything that's been going on, I'm pretty impressed. I'll take it. We'll call that good. All right, let's take a look here. Hey, booby. I was just filming the outro. Can I call you back in a minute? Hello? Okay. Let's see. Hey, I got to see a little bit of behind the scenes there. Yeah, so it always isn't sunshine and lollipops, right? Things go good, things go bad. But I'll take it. 2 weeks since I've been out here. Hoping that I can get a little more work done tomorrow before the weather comes in again. I was uploading 4 times a week. And right now, I'm barely squeaking by with 1 a week. As the weather gets nicer, more action comes. I'll get back to that 4 times a week. So I don't want to feel like I'm going back on my word already. It's just I cannot get out here and film 4 times a week right now to do it. I want to work out here 4 times a week. It's not doable with the weather, work schedule, yada, yada, yada. But after the new year and everything we got planned, weather permitting, it should be much more easier to at least get 2 out per week until the springtime hits. So as always, tell me where you're from. Tell me what you'd like me to do. Tell me what you'd like me to do different. Do you think it's ridiculous that that snap ring came off already on that 37-ton champion wood splitter that we bought a couple months ago. You tell me, leave a comment, engage. Hit that subscribe button if I haven't earned that from you already, especially those of you that watch all the way to the end. Some of you are subscribed, some of you are not. And yeah, just hit that subscribe button. So until the next one, as I play with these gloves that my manager got me that are really warm, I'll see you on the other side. Bah.